Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description containing the entire directory structure of this archive. It's week 74, and these are the games our diggers have lined up for us today. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply head on over to the Patreon page linked in the video description. Now without further ado, let's begin. First up, we have a new digger, CatDog Joe, who's dug up DOSGAMES Backslash Arcade Backslash BAB. I'm not sure what this is, but it probably stands for something. BAB. We got a lot of doc files. Actually, we got a ton of doc files. There's also an installer and a site lice, which I'm sure doesn't have anything to do with head lice, but probably means like site licensing. So whatever this program or game is, clearly something somebody thought people would like to buy lots of. So, Bulls and Bears by Ronald Crabb. Must make a registration payment of $20. So expensive, Shareware. Didn't we play a game like this already? Although I don't remember this title screen. Yeah. Bulls and Bears in the middle of the city with some of the narrowest roads ever. Okay, press key to continue. How many players? Just one. Enter the first name of players 1. Whoops. Oh, it won't let you use special characters. Not that I was trying to, my hand was just in the wrong spot. May the computer play also? Sure, why not? Oh, this is nothing like what I was expecting. Because the last time we played a game that included bulls and... Or no, it was bulls and cows that it included last time. Because we were trying to play a game that was like a Mastermind clone. This is clearly not a Mastermind clone, because we have $5,000 in cash and 0 equities. Oh. Portfolio? Wait a minute, is this going to be like a stock market game? Seriously? Okay, let's see. Well, nothing seems to be particularly standing out. This is a pretty cheap oil, though. I don't know, let's buy... Equity 2... I don't know, let's buy... 100? Yeah. And put another 100 in oil. Hedging most of my bets on oil here. So, hold... So, I don't know what it's telling me at the side there. Okay, so there's some market gains. Some stuff goes down. Oil went down 25.25. That kind of sucks. And now OPEC holds meetings to set new quotas. Okay, then. So, right now the computer's winning. So, yeah, I don't understand why it's like, why there seems to be, like, buying and selling on the shares. It doesn't seem to be, like, what I'm trying to do. Or no, wait, this is the computer's turn. This is what he's doing. So he sold his utilities, and he decided to stock up on oil. And yeah, oil just shot up there, so that was a good idea. But how did he know utilities was going to go down? Because utilities just dropped 2 points. So I got a funny feeling the computer's cheating. Just... call it a hunch, just from the way things are going. Yeah, this is just a stock market game, sort of. Like, it kind of simulates the basics of the stock market. There's clearly a lot more to it than this, but I guess for aspiring stock market people, there's a name for people who do that. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But, yeah, this is kind of boring. And here's the worst part of it, is that when you do start looking into stock market stuff, there's all kinds of numbers that go on under the hood. Like, this is why when you talk about this is why whenever somebody talks about stock market stuff, there's always like graphs of showing all kinds of information, because there's so much information to go on in terms of what's being bought, what's being sold, like the rates that things are changing at. This just shows some text. So, for a stock market game, it is extremely not exciting. It is extremely basic. But, like, I mean, it works at least. But I do not see me, or I don't see a lot of people deciding they want to spend $20 on this. Although one final thought on this, it's just occurred to me. There was a site licensing document in there, so I got a funny feeling, given the price of the program and given the fact that there's site licensing options available, I got a funny feeling that this may have been aimed towards the educational market. Although, having done math software in the past for another company, I can safely say that getting into the educational market's not that easy. Because usually you're trying to sell to schools and such, but they have such strict policies in place about who does what and who pays for what. It's like, that's a hard market to get into, but it'd be interesting to know if this actually did show up in anywhere, in any schools or anything. Next up, Anton Panetta's dug up DOSGAMES / Arcade 2 / Jets. Something to do with fighter jets? Maybe? Or Jump Jet. Really? Jump Jet? If I remember correctly, that's like some old game or something? Jump Jet, copyright 1990 Montsoft. Written by Monte Variakovis? Variakovis. Sorry, I'm totally butchering whoever's name that is. But apparently they're in California. EGA 16 color high resolution. Introduction. For those who want to blow things up after a hard day of classes or a hard day of work, Jump Jet may be the remedy for you. Okay. Jump Jet is more or less a shoot-'em-down type of arcade game where you can test your shooting skills and rank up a high score. Must complete specific missions described before each play. There are several missions progressing in difficulty you must complete. Okay, so arrow keys to accelerate, spacebar to shoot, and that's all she wrote. Okay. And apparently this guy wanted $15 for registration. This is kind of interesting. We got a unique font going. You don't see that often with a DOS game. Oh. Okay, so seek out and destroy 3 bombers. Okay, so so far this... and I've noticed there's ad-lib sound effects, too. At least it sounds like ad-lib sound effects. And down I go. Yeah, that's definitely ad-lib sound. So that's actually kind of cool here. We've got a game that has ad-lib sound effects. It's kind of like Defender, except a lot less forgiving. Okay, so why would I ever want to go fast if it just leads to me dying? So one thing I should say is that the controls are not designed for holding keys down. Oh, look, they come up behind you even. How are you supposed to deal with that? Okay, let's just go fast and just shoot. There you go, now we're making progress. And that's it, mission complete, return to base. Yeah, so far, the game looks good. The game also sounds good. I can't say the same about the gameplay. Well, at least it lets me move on to the next mission immediately. Destroy 3 oil tankers. Those look like oil tanks, not tankers, but whatever. The other weird thing I'm noticing is that there's clearly gravity to your shots, but because of where you are on the screen, it doesn't seem to really matter. And the enemy fighters come by so quick, you can't react to them. Nice game over effect. Qualified to have your name in the high score list. Good for me. Okay, so that's Jump Jet. This is... Okay, the game, as I said, the game looks good. The game also sounds good. But it just doesn't play that good. Like, first of all, you can't hold the keyboard keys down. You have to push them repeatedly to... Yeah, you have to push them repeatedly to set your acceleration and your firing. The game's just using normal BIOS keyboard controls. But the other thing, too, is you can only be hit once and you die. And given how fast some of the things that happen... Given how fast some things happen, it's like, you have no time to react in a lot of cases. Like, look at that! I just got hit by those lines of shots there. Like, what is that even? Like, why are they shooting straight up and having shots come back down to them? I'm pretty sure that's not standard military hardware. Like, look at that! That guy's right next to the oil tank. Ah! The oil tanker makes a very, not pleasant noise when you shoot it. Like, look at this. I could actually stay right in the middle of the air, just not moving. Yeah, I can't say I enjoy this. But again, it doesn't look bad and it doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't play that great. I landed at my base. I was about to end, but how can you say no to something called the Head of Doom? Oh, there's the Head of Doom. Ay, jeez. That thing moves really fast, it's really hard to shoot, and I had to fly quite a ways to get to it. But yeah, that's another thing too. For a game that has similarities to Defender, why is there no radar? I mean, part of the reason why there's a radar in Defender in the first place is you can see where you're going. So yeah, that's Jump Jet. Again, good graphics, good sound, but gameplay is not so great. And to finish things off today, James Dunn has dug up DOSGAMES / Arcade / 3D World 1. So I'm guessing some kind of 3D game or something, or... Hang on. There's, yeah, I don't like the look of that. There's an icon file, you got doc files, that care file. This is going to require Windows, isn't it? Or, no, it actually is a DOS program. Okay, that's kind of neat. I'm pretty sure these are standard fonts that were included with Turbo C or Turbo Pascal, but I could be wrong about that. Although I do like the fact it's running in high-resolution EGA graphics, just like the last game. It does look like it's mouse-controlled, though. And, oh, looks like we may actually have multiple games here. So what are our options? Okay, basic options. There's a speed adjust, so in case it is going too fast. So Voyageur 4. Go. Prepare for takeoff. Okay, looks like we've taken off. Nope, there's some 3D going on there. Mission 1. Launching of Voyageur 4, the first manned shuttle with hyperdrive capacity, is a success. Take off into space, shooting down the asteroids that are heading towards Earth. The targeting system will locate the asteroids and show you where the back of your laser should be located in order to hit them. Okay. 10 asteroids left. And yep, we do indeed have mouse control. And that one's going to hit the Earth. That was one hell of an asteroid. I'm pretty sure if an asteroid hit the Earth, it wouldn't do that. Oh, but come on, why couldn't I hit it? Okay, the graphical effects are neat, but why was I not able to shoot the asteroid? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, good. Let's try this again. Oh wait, you're gonna make me sit through this again? Really? Okay, well I can at least explain what seems to be going on. So, the red targeting reticles that show up, what you have to do is you have to aim one of your laser barrels on the sides of the ship into that red area. But you actually don't control both lasers at the same time. You have a left laser and a right laser, and you use the left and right mouse buttons to shoot them. And apparently you can actually run into the asteroids yourself. Okay, so it says where the back of your laser should be. So the back end of the laser needs to be over the red part. Okay, that does seem to be working so far. And there is actually some leeway to it. So it's actually the entire red area that the back of your laser can be in. Okay, this is working now. Okay, I'm not getting totally obliterated and losing like crazy. Although, where's the last asteroid? There it is. Cool, we got a little warp drive effect there. So the first testing of the hyperdrive engines is a success. While your hyperdrive engines are still activated, moving you towards the source of the asteroids, you encounter another belt of asteroids. Lots of asteroids, apparently. At this speed, your computer's targeting system will not work. Pilot your ship through the fast-moving debris to safety. Okay, so now that... Whoa. Basically don't hit anything. Jeez, did anybody ever tell these people a chance of successfully navigating an asteroid field is 7,521 to 1? I know that's not the actual number, but I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. And down we go. Jeez, the perspective on this is actually really... it's really weird because the asteroids are just solid shapes. They're not like three-dimensional objects like your ship is. So it's kind of wonky. Plus, it doesn't help that everything is flickering really badly. One thing I will say is that the mouse controls are pretty responsive. That didn't look good. Your hyperdrive engine has failed, forcing you to come out of warp. Fortunately, by collecting nearby space junk, your ship's self-repair system will be able to fix the broken engines. Dodge the asteroids and collect, but do not shoot, the space junk before your engines run out of power. Okay. Like, do we have to shoot the asteroids? Well, we can, but... it almost seems to make more sense to just dodge the asteroids and just collect the engine parts. Well, that wasn't very fair. Look at that. It put an engine part right in front of an asteroid there. So far this is actually kind of cool. There are some things about it which are annoying, but you can adapt to them. So that's not so bad. So yeah, it looks like there's probably more to that even. So now we also have 3D ping pong. So it's got a little animation effect going on there. So do I just do... ball to not bounce twice? What? Okay, so it's actually kind of like real ping pong rules here. So it's not like it's... I mean, I was expecting almost like a breakout sort of thing, or just like a typical computer pong sort of thing, but no, this is actually more like actual ping pong. And this is really hard to gauge the depth on. And you do again have control over whether you're trying to hit the ball to the left or the right, using the left or the right mouse buttons. Side note, I'm not actually that good at ping pong. In fact, I'm bad at real tennis too. In fact, if it involves a ball and hitting it with something, I'm pretty much terrible at it. Okay, so there apparently is a ping pong thing here. Let's actually move on to something else. If it will allow me to, that is. Exit to menu, yes. So, introduction. So I'm guessing this is probably just like sort of an intro to everything. Welcome to 3D World Practice. Bounce the ball around, use the mouse buttons to deflect the ball. Computer will volley it back to you if you miss it. Hear a deeper tone. Hit the ball 10 times to move on to the next section of your practice. Okay. So this is more like typical Pong. So just get the... it flickers really badly, though. Just get the ball in the square and you're fine. And you do still have the angle controls, too. Okay, so now the practice has me going through asteroids again. And there's also a target shoot. Let's see what this is about. So we're trying to actually hit these red targets on the side. Now part of me is wondering why this is going so, this is actually going really slow. And it's flickering really badly. So, like, I mean, that's the one major complaint I have about this software, is that it doesn't render very well. I mean, I'm not entirely certain if it's using EGA 640 by 350 or VGA 640 by 480 graphics. And here's the thing, if it's using 640 by 480, then why is it not using 640 by 350? Because with the 640 by 350 mode, you could have a second video page and totally avoid all of this screen flickering. So yeah, that was 3D World. Go back to reality. And apparently the author of it, Robert Burke, wanted $10 for it. Wait a minute. It says here, if you like this game and would like to support me in my efforts to make quality shareware products, I would really like to hear from you. 3D World's releases shareware, and your donation of $5 to $15 would be greatly appreciated. If you'd like a personalized, registered version of 3D World, please send at least $10 and specify disk size and density. Okay, so basically the guy's saying, send me as much money as you'd like to, but unless you want a personalized disk, then you need to send in the minimum of $10. Or something like that. And apparently a guy in Canada, too. So, yeah, that was 3D World. That was actually, aside from the flickering effects, that was actually pretty competent. Like, the controls were decent. Once I figured out how it was supposed to play everything, it seemed to play fine. The ping pong thing was kind of a little but all the different missions for the sort of 3D ship thing, that was pretty cool. So, I don't know. $10 that's not a bad price for something like this.